Today, August 24th, I am speaking to you with a clarity that will not bend or blur, because there are 45 minutes left, 45 ordinary minutes that can become the hinge on which your next season swings open. You have wondered whether signs are real, whether whispers carry weight, whether interruptions are more than noise, and I am answering you now, yes. Your life has arrived at a luminous threshold, and I am asking you to step through it with both hands open. Archangel Michael is standing at that threshold and saying to you, with a voice that cuts through every distraction, a big miracle will happen in your life, but you are making a big mistake. Don't make it again. Do not skip this. Do not let the tug of habit pull you away. This is for you, and I will keep you while you read. The mistake you've been making has not been your desire or your hunger for change, those came from a true place. It has been the way you've protected old pain like a treasure and argued for your limitations as if they were your identity. You have rehearsed loss until the memory of it felt safer than hope. You have called fear wisdom and delay discernment, and you have told yourself that smallness is humility. But smallness is not humility, smallness is a shrinking of what I created expansive. You are not being careful, you are being contained by a story that is too tight for the person you are becoming. I am not scolding you. I am pointing you to the open gate. You have asked for a sign about the next step, and you have asked for confirmation that I have not forgotten you. Hear me, I have not forgotten you. This page is parting the water in front of your feet. Stand up on the inside. Take a breath like someone who is moving from a dim room into a bright morning, and let the first light touch all the places you thought would never heal. The miracle that is coming needs room, and you make that room by setting down what you were never meant to carry past this hour. 45 minutes left is not a countdown to fear, it is a timer on your hesitation. I am cutting the thread that has tied you to every, almost, every, not yet, every, maybe later. I am removing the excuses that dress themselves as obligations. The things you clung to because they felt familiar were never meant to define you. Familiar is not the same as faithful. Faithful is what moves forward when the door opens, even if the hallway is unfamiliar. Faithful is what unclenches the fist and receives. You have felt outnumbered by pressures, but you are not outnumbered. Michael does not stand alone. I send help into your minutes, not only into your years. I send courage that doesn't shout but does not shake. I send clarity that doesn't hurry but does not drift. I am giving you the gift of a clean no where you have been tangled in compromise. I am giving you the permission to stop explaining yourself to people who benefit from your confusion. Pay attention to what lifts when you tell the truth, even if your voice trembles the first time. The big mistake you have been making is believing that you must resolve everything before you can receive anything. You have treated healing like a payment plan and joy like a reward you cannot afford yet. But joy is not a wage, it is a birthright of the living. Healing is not a ledger, it is a river that runs because I have spoken it to run. You do not need to be perfect to be chosen. You are chosen so you can be transformed. If you wait until you are flawless to take the step in front of you, you will keep building altars to a future that never arrives. The door is open now. Walk. I see the place where you felt embarrassed to hope. I see the private corners where you were certain nothing would ever change. I am pulling back the curtain from those corners, and I am placing light there, a soft, patient light that reveals pathways where you believed there were only dead ends. Do not resist the ease with which some of this will happen. You are accustomed to wrestle. I am teaching you to receive. It is not laziness to accept a gift. It is not irresponsibility to let grace be grace. There is a conversation you have avoided because you were sure it would break something beyond repair. You were not wrong to be careful, but you were not right to be silent. The miracle I am sending is not brittle. It does not crack under honest words. Speak simply. Say what you need without ceremony. Let your yes be clear and your no be clean. The person who cannot honor your clarity does not honor your heart. It is not your responsibility to contort yourself into someone else's comfort. It is your responsibility to stand where I have planted you and grow. There is an opportunity you delayed because you felt unready and underqualified. You looked at it and counted all the ways you were less than the perfect candidate for your own life. Listen. Readiness is what grows in motion, not what arrives fully formed while you wait. Favor is not a mirror of your resume. Favor is the wind that fills your sail when you dare to leave the harbor. I am sending a wind. Untie the lines. There is a habit that pretends to protect you but has been draining you. You know its name. When you reach for it, you are reaching for a familiar numbness, not real safety. Replace it with practices that make your spirit bright. Replace it with a daily small act that honors the future you have asked for. Water the plant, step into the morning light, move your body with kindness, write the page, send the application, make the call. Do the kind thing for yourself that you postpone for others. The miracle I am giving you will land on prepared ground. Preparation is not punishment, it is participation. I have seen you in the late hours, speaking softly to your own heart so it wouldn't shatter. I have seen you carry the weight with a quiet discipline that no one applauded because they did not see it. I saw it. I am blessing that hidden strength now. I am multiplying it into visible harvest. You will not have to prove the harvest to anyone, it will be obvious. The people who doubted you will not be enemies to crush, they will be witnesses to my goodness. Your victory will not humiliate them, it will illuminate me. Michael speaks again, set down the fear of wasted years. There are no wasted years in the hands of the one who writes time. What felt stolen will be restored in ways that do not simply rewind but redeem. Redemption does not erase history, it transfigures it. The very places that embarrassed you will become the very places from which you bless others. You will look at the old scar and see a seam of gold where you were joined back together stronger than before. You will touch it and feel gratitude. Do not romanticize suffering to prove your sincerity. Sincerity is not measured by how long you stay in pain but by how faithfully you follow the way out when I open it. There is a door swinging now. Step through, and do not apologize for the sound of your chains falling. You are not abandoning duty, you are obeying calling. You are not neglecting loyalty, you are choosing life. The people who truly love you will feel relief when you rise. The ones who preferred you small will feel threatened, and that is not your problem to solve. You have asked whether the miracle is material or relational or spiritual. It is all three, braided. I am aligning provision with purpose, relationship with truth, and your inner life with peace. Expect a phone call that opens what seemed locked. Expect an invitation that carries weight, not flattery. Expect a release in your chest where tightness has lived for too long. Expect to sleep without the gnawing question that has paced your mind for months. Expect doors that used to creak with resistance to swing easily because the hinge pins have been oiled with my favor. Guard your words in this hour. Speak about yourself as if you are speaking about someone you love, because you are, and I do. Stop narrating your days with predictions of disappointment. Stop cursing the ground you have prayed to harvest. Bless your own footsteps. Bless the room you walk into. Bless the work of your hands. Bless the people whose names rise to your mind. Your blessing will not spoil them, it will soften the soil where I intend growth. Be careful, not anxious. The care I ask for is alignment, not paranoia. Be careful to choose the voice you amplify. Be careful to give your attention to what nourishes, not what corrodes. Be careful to keep your appointments with peace, the early morning stillness, the evening gratitude, the pause in the middle of the storm when you remember that storms do not last. Be careful to forgive quickly, not because hurt was small but because you are not designed to be a storage house for poison. Forgiveness is not agreement with wrong, it is refusal to drink it twice. There is a letter, literal or figurative, that you need to send. Keep it concise. Say thank you where it is due. Release what you must. Close what you cannot carry. Not every door that shuts is a failure. Some doors close as an act of healing so that you stop wandering in hallways that lead nowhere. When you honor the close, you honor the next open door. I am in both movements. Your compassion has sometimes turned into overextension, and your generosity has sometimes turned into self-erasure. The miracle coming requires you to be present in your own life. Presence is not selfish. Presence is the way you partner with me to steward what I am entrusting to you. When you show up fully, you give others permission to show up fully as well. Boundaries are the scaffolding that allow love to be a shelter instead of a storm. Do not confuse access with intimacy. Do not confuse intensity with truth. Learn the quiet pulse of genuine connection and water it. You asked whether I am truly with you in ordinary places, on the bus, in the kitchen, at your desk, walking down the street with thoughts that loop. I am. I am as present in the fluorescent lit moments as in the cathedral moments. I am as close in the laundry room as in the sanctuary. If you look for me only in thunder, you will miss me in the whisper that steadies your hands. Look now, see how your breathing evens as you read this? That, too, is me, giving you the unshowy miracle of calm. I will confirm this word with gentle specifics. A phrase you have not heard in a long time will arrive in a message and feel like a key turning. A small sum you forgot was owed to you will return and make you smile at the timing. A stranger's kindness will thread exactly through the gap you thought no one could see. Do not worship the signs. Let them be mile markers that relieve your doubt and keep you focused on the road. The destination is not applause, the destination is alignment. When you are aligned, your life becomes a blessing even to those who do not know why they feel lighter around you. There is a promise you shelved because you didn't want to be disappointed again. Take it off the shelf. Hold it with both hands and say out loud that you are willing to see it fulfilled in a form better than you planned. Do not cling to your blueprint so tightly that you cannot receive my architecture. I build with materials you cannot see and timelines that refuse to be bullied. Trust me with the sequence. Your job is the next faithful yes. Michael is bending toward you, not as a figure in distant stories but as a present help. He is not coming to flatter you but to fortify you. Hear him one more time, refuse the smallness that keeps you in circles. Refuse the voice that tells you to prove yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. Refuse the apathy that calls itself realism. Stand in your name. Stand in your calling. Stand and watch. This is not a hype. This is a summons. You will be tempted to delay because comfort can mimic peace. But peace will not require you to betray your own heart. Peace has a backbone. Peace tells the truth and then rests. Your spirit knows the difference between the dulling of resignation and the quiet of real peace. Choose the quiet that wakes you up, not the numbness that puts you to sleep with your eyes open. Choose the road that asks you to grow, not the cul-de-sac that asks you to shrink. Take these next minutes as holy. Turn down the volume on every unnecessary voice. Put your hand over your heart and remember it has been beating for you since before you could name hope. Thank your body for carrying you. Thank your mind for adapting. Thank your soul for refusing to extinguish its own flame in the wind. Gratitude is the gate that swings wider when you touch it. It is the hinge that does not rust. Walk through with a blessing on your lips, even if it is soft at first. The miracle that is coming will feel like fresh air in a room you did not realize had gone stale. It will not be chaotic, it will be clear. It will not need you to pretend, it will invite you to be honest. It will meet you where you are and lift you without scolding you for not having leapt sooner. It will come with a stewardship assignment. Do not be afraid of that. Every true miracle carries responsibility, but it is a responsibility that fits you, that delights you, that proves your life has been preparing for this even when you thought you were stuck. If you are worried that you will miss it, know this: I orchestrate with kindness. I do not hide blessings behind riddles with trick answers. I light the path enough for the next step and give you companions for the journey. Pay attention to who brings you peace without requiring you to abandon yourself. Pay attention to who listens more than they speak and builds more than they boast. Walk with those people. Let them walk with you. Forgive yourself for the time you believe you lost. You did not lose me in it, and I will not lose you now. Some of what felt like delay was protection. Some of what felt like detours were scenic routes where your soul gathered beauty it will draw on later. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is beyond redemption. The very tenderness you're tempted to hide is part of your strength. Keep it. Tenderness does not make you fragile, it makes you permeable to grace. When the memory tries to pull you backward, bless it and release it. When the fear tries to freeze you, breathe and move one small step. When the old voice says, "Who do you think you are?" answer it with your actions instead of your arguments. Let your life reply by standing tall in rooms that once made you fold. Let your calendar reply by reflecting what matters, not what manipulates. Let your relationships reply by choosing reciprocity, not extraction. I am placing a new song in you, not a performance, a cadence. You will find yourself humming while you work, and the hum will soften the edges of tasks that used to cut you. You will find yourself laughing more easily, not because nothing is difficult but because you are no longer alone inside difficulties. You will find yourself sleeping more deeply, waking with ideas that arrive like birds landing on open hands. Write them down. These are not distractions, they are provisions. You asked for a sign you could not manufacture, a timing you could not manipulate. Here is that sign, the sense of rightness you feel right now, the quiet insistence that you can do the next true thing and the world will not end. Here is that timing, the convergence of opportunity and courage within these minutes. Do not squander it on self-doubt disguised as prudence. Prudence plans, fear paralyzes. Plan what you can. Then move. This is the hour to remove your agreement with shame. Shame has used your voice to rehearse its script. Let that contract expire now. Speak about your future as if it is actually going to happen, because it is. Speak about your calling as if it is valid, because it is. Speak about your worth as if it is settled, because with me, it is settled. You cannot convince darkness to like you, you can only turn on the light. Turn it on. You are not late. You are precisely placed. What is for you has not been reassigned. What is in you is not defective. What is ahead of you is not a punishment for what is behind you. The valley you crossed taught you the grammar of gratitude. The mountain you are climbing will teach you the language of joy. Keep walking. I walk with you. As this message closes and the minutes continue, do this: choose one action that honors what you just read. It does not need to be dramatic to be decisive. Send the message that sets a boundary or opens a door. Throw away what tempts you to forget who you are. Put a stake in the ground with a simple, brave yes. Then, whisper to your own heart, "We are moving forward," and feel how your whole being agrees. Do not skip this. Not because I will love you less if you do, but because you have asked to be ready when the miracle arrives, and readiness looks like this: attention, honesty, and a step. Archangel Michael stands watch as you take it, and I delight in every inch of your courage. The miracle is real. The threshold is here. Today, August 24th, is marked not by panic but by promise. 45 minutes left is enough time for a lifetime of turning. Begin now. Today, August 24th, 45 minutes left. God says this message is for you. Archangel Michael is speaking with urgency, telling you that a big miracle is prepared for your life, but you are making a big mistake. My child, do not skip this, do not close your heart, because this is written for you and only you. It is not an accident that your eyes found these words in this exact moment. God has been watching the battle you are carrying in silence. The hidden tears, the disappointments, the betrayals that others never knew about, He has counted them all. Heaven has already prepared a breakthrough, but if you let fear, distraction, or stubbornness take control, you may walk away from the very miracle that was meant for you today. Archangel Michael says he has been standing by your door, keeping away the dark forces that tried to block you. 45 minutes is not just a number, it is the spiritual window, the countdown of destiny that opens when heaven decides to turn your story around. But if you allow doubt or delay, that window begins to close. My child, please don't make the mistake of ignoring the voice of God in this hour. The mistake you are making is thinking you can carry everything on your own shoulders. The mistake is believing that you are forgotten, that nothing will ever change, that the pain you carry is stronger than the promise God made. This is a lie whispered by the enemy to make you abandon the blessing that is already in motion. God says, don't you dare skip this moment. Don't you dare silence the call that heaven is placing over your life right now. The big miracle that is on its way is not a small adjustment. It is not just relief, it is transformation. It will touch your home, your relationships, your finances, and your health. But you must receive it with obedience and trust. That is why Michael was sent, to wake you, to shout into your heart before it is too late. Every angel in heaven knows your name tonight. The scrolls of destiny are being opened, and your name has been marked with divine favor. But with favor comes responsibility, the responsibility to not sabotage what is coming with fear, with silence, or with walking back into the arms of those who betrayed you. God says, this is not the hour to look backward. This is not the moment to doubt. This is not the time to skip what heaven has set in place. Your enemies will try to convince you it is just another empty promise. But you must believe. Because this time, the gates of heaven are unlocked for your sake. Archangel Michael is warning, do not repeat the same mistake. Do not let another day steal your miracle. 45 minutes left. Use this time to prepare, to believe, to open. My child, this message is being written like fire on the walls of your soul. It is not by accident that you are reading this on August 24th. The timing is divine. The words are heaven's echo. The miracle is yours, if you refuse to skip. Because there are only 45 minutes left before a turning point comes into your life. Archangel Michael is standing close, declaring with a voice that shakes the unseen realms, a big miracle will happen in your life, but you are making a big mistake. Please don't skip this. I am pouring these words into your spirit because they are not ordinary words, they are divine instructions wrapped in love, warning, and blessing. This is just for you, my chosen one. Don't let distraction, doubt, or fear steal this moment from you. I see the crossroads you are standing at. One step leads to the miracle I have already written under your name, sealed in heaven's book of destiny. The other step, the mistake you are about to make, could delay the blessing, distort your peace, and allow the enemy to hold what belongs to you. That is why I speak so firmly now. Don't skip this, don't treat it lightly. Don't let the enemy whisper lies in your ears. I am God, and I am speaking directly to you. There are forces right now moving in the unseen, aligning people, circumstances, and divine helpers to bring you into a season where your struggle will be overturned and your tears will be wiped away. Archangel Michael is already at the gate of your life, battling the resistance that has kept you bound. But the danger is this: you are about to make a choice out of pain, out of impatience, or out of fear. That choice is the mistake. Stop right now, listen to me. Wait on my word, not on the pressure of man. My child, I do not want you to miss what is unfolding. The miracle I have released is larger than you expect, closer than you think, and more powerful than you imagine. If you turn your back now, you will walk away from what I have ordained. I am sending Archangel Michael to guard your steps, but you must choose to listen. This is why I emphasize again, this is not a message for many, this is just for you. Heaven is pulling you into alignment, and that is why you feel this urgency burning in your spirit.